What's up, everyone? It's Dee here back with another video. And this video is going to be basically helping those of you that are currently in Canada and maybe want to get your driver's license, or maybe if you're like in your home country and you probably just want to know some information when it comes to how to get your driver's license in Toronto. So basically, the process is it's quite simple. Let's say if you have driver license experience in your home country, you will first need a documentation. This is basically a record. This is a record that states how much years of experience you have in your home country when it comes to driving. It will be You will need the original. It needs to be stamped. Needs to be stamped, and it also just needs to say how much years you have been, and it needs to be addressed as well. It needs to be addressed to drive tests. Once you have that, then you will need your passport identification and everything, and just book an appointment with drive test. Or you might could walk in. It all depends on like what's best for you. But once you have all the documentation and you go to drive test, they will automatically do a eye exam, and then you would go, and then you have to pay. Oh, how much is it? It's like $26, I believe, for the written exam. Once you take the written exam and you pass that exam, you get your learner's permit immediately. Now with this, you do have some restrictions. Once you get this, you won't be able to drive the highways. You have to be in order for you to drive, you have to be with an experienced driver as well. You cannot drive with any alcohol in your system. And after that, then you will book your driving license test. When you book your driver's license test, I think that's around like maybe 160. Yeah, 160. Now, the thing is, you would need a car. So it all depends. If you have a car, then that's good. If you don't have a car, then you will have to borrow a driving instructor car. So you will have to try to find driving instructors that will let you use their car for that test. Now that can also be very pricey, which is, I think for us it could have. I think for my husband paid like maybe 170. Yeah, so 170 plus the 150 for the driving test itself. So yeah, you don't want to fail that. Definitely don't want to fail that, okay? But yeah, but once you pass that, then you will get your full G license, no restrictions or anything, and then you will like basically be good to go. Another thing that I want to mention when it comes to purchasing a used car in Toronto. Now, this is something that I actually did not know, but so in Toronto, in order for you to get a car license, it needs to be approved by a mechanic. And in order for it to be approved by a mechanic, the mechanic literally has to like do a full-on observation of the car, and anything that the mechanic finds, it will need to be fixed in order for them to give you that approval letter to get that car license. Now that can be a hefty bill. It all depends. So you don't want to get a used car that has a lot of problems, because you will have to pay a hefty bill. Like for us, I was very shocked when Maceo called me on the phone and he was like, "Listen, the bill is $2,500." And I was like, "Okay." On top of the price that we paid for the used car. So that is very important. It's something that you will definitely have to take into consideration when it comes to buying a used car. Now, when you're buying a car off a lot, obviously it shouldn't have like it should be serviced and it should be good to go automatically. But it's just something that you would want to take into consideration, especially when you're purchasing cars. That listen, this car is not going to be on the road unless everything is good to go, unless you have approval by a mechanic. That's the only way. Like Toronto, Canada, like they don't play that over here. They do not play that, okay? So yeah, that's just something that I didn't know. I think that it will be helpful for everyone to know. If you're thinking about getting a used car, if you're thinking about getting a car off the lot, I know for me, I'm not like a credit person. I just like to pay cash, and I want it to be mine. I don't like paying the monthly fee, so that's why used car was better. Like it was just a better decision for us as a family. But altogether, yeah. So it's super simple. It's not a lot of documentation or anything. It's just things that you would need to take in consideration based on the route that you will need to take. But yeah, that's all I have for this video. I hope you all like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all on the next video. Bye.